Well, hello there. This is Patty Rockafellow from White Pine District Library in Stanton, and my guest.
Mike Williams, Montcalm County Sheriff.
Okay, and we're here to just talk about books today. Sound good?
Very good.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is ask you a few questions. Let's go way back in time, officer, and go way back to where we are as a child. And tell us, did you have a favorite book as a child?
I did. Growing up, I really liked Isaac Asimov as an author, and one of my favorite books, or probably my favorite book growing up, was entitled Caves of Steel. And it was about a police detective, and it's in the future, and he's partnered with a robot who looks like a human, and there's a murder, and it was kind of a neat thing. I really enjoyed it.
I'm going to ask you a few more questions. Now, I know you're a reader and that you've been reading lately too. What is one of your favorite books from recent?
One of my recent favorites is called The Martian by Andy Weir. And the thing that I really liked about it is the realism. So the author took great pains to make sure that everything that he described in the book was scientifically accurate. There was one kind of plot hole that really isn't, that kind of sets the whole thing in motion, but he acknowledges that. And it was kind of neat. There's a lot of information on the internet on it, with people like Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the accuracy of the book and that kind of thing. So I really like that book.
Was there any other book that was turned into a movie that you did like the adaptation, or that you thought was good?
I've always kind of liked the books better. The Martian, the thing that I really liked about, because I watched the movie as well, the thing I liked about the book more was it described things a little bit better.
Okay. How about your favorite genre? What do you normally, steer yourself toward?
I like science fiction.
Okay.
I do read some, documentaries or biography type things. But generally, I enjoy the science fiction genre better than the movies.
Favorite authors? You mentioned the one from your teens.
Yeah, probably Isaac Asimov is my favorite author.
Okay.
He was very prolific. He wrote a lot of books, a lot of science fiction. So the book that I mentioned, Caves of Steel, there were several sequels to that. He had a whole robot series. He kind of intertwined them with another series called the Foundation series.
Okay.
And then there was the Empire series, and they all kind of, if you read through all of them, eventually get linked a little bit. And then there's a lot of standalone things that he had written.
Let's see. How about all-time favorite book? Would that also be your...
Probably Caves of Steel.
Caves of Steel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or there was a follow-up to that called The Naked Sun, and then another one called The Robots of Dawn, and that whole series I really liked. I reread those a number.
All right, here comes an interesting one. Well, I'll ask you this one first. Libraries. What's your general opinion of libraries, and how do you feel about it? Does it create any memories for you?
I love libraries. I remember as a kid, I grew up in Elma, so I remember going to the Elma library, and that's probably where I checked out a lot of my Isaac Asimov stuff that I read when I was younger. And I still continue to use the library, mostly online. I use the Overdrive, which is great. And that's just kind of I think the library is a new model of delivering books.
Yeah, we can get them for you.
Absolutely.
Last but not least, how about this? If someone was to write a book about you and they needed a book title for you, what would it be? I think he has the answer already.
Right, I brought it down with me because this was actually mailed to me by the author, The Sheriffs of Montcalm County. And I am towards the back, and it tells a little bit about all the sheriffs, and if you're interested, it's actually about me, a couple pages.
There you go. There you go.
At the very back. The Sheriffs of Montcalm County by Sarissa Jacobs.
Well, I thank Sheriff Mike Williams for coming in, and I just want to remind you, Sheriff, and all our friends at home, that the White Pine Library is doing what it can in this time, even though we're closed. We're trying to help people out. Had a call this morning for tax forms that are out on the porch. We have our mini libraries open, and we will open as soon as we can for sidewalk service and for whatever else we're allowed to do. And I won't shake your hand, but how about a high five in the sky? Woo! And thank you very much.
Thank you.